Today, we are going to crack the code on a subject that, let's be honest, stumps a lot of us: chemistry. We're going to flip the script and turn it from this huge source of frustration into a puzzle you'll actually get a kick out of solving.
So, real talk for a second. Have you ever opened up your chemistry textbook, looked at all those formulas and diagrams, and just felt your brain, well, just shut down? You know that feeling? Like it's just way too much to handle all at once?
Yeah, that feeling. It's the mental blue screen of death. It's like your brain has hit a fatal error, let's call it organic chemistry, and is now attempting to reboot, very, very slowly. But here's the thing. What if I told you that error message isn't your fault at all?
Okay, let's get right to the core idea. So many of us treat chemistry like it's a giant memory test. You know, just this painful, brute force attempt to cram endless facts. And that's exactly where we go wrong. The secret, the real game changer, is to see it as a puzzle. It's a logic game where you learn the rules so you can predict the next move. It's a total shift in how you see the whole subject.
So, let's properly diagnose this chemistry blue screen. We're going to figure out exactly why your brain keeps crashing and give you a simple but really powerful blueprint to completely reboot your approach.
And listen, this is so important. You need to get this into your head. You are not bad at chemistry. You aren't. You've just been playing the game all wrong. It's like you were handed the wrong rulebook from the start. We're here to show you the right moves.
Okay, first up, our first major strategy. This one is designed specifically to help you crush your exams without wasting a single second. It's called the reverse pyramid hack, and it is all about studying smarter, not harder.
So the trick here is to stop reading the textbook from page 1. Seriously, that's a trap. What you're going to do is flip the entire process upside down. You start with the past exam papers, find out what the test actually asks. Then, you pinpoint those high-value topics that show up again and again. Then, and only then, do you go to the textbook to learn the concepts behind those specific questions. See the difference? You're not just studying anymore. You're on a strategic mission to find every possible mark.
All right, now for the big boss, organic chemistry. This is the level where most students hit that blue screen error. But we've got a mental model that turns this confusing mess into a system that's actually clear and, believe it or not, predictable.
Here it is. This is the new metaphor you need to adopt. Stop thinking of all those reactions as some random, endless list you have to memorize. Start thinking of them as stops on a subway line. Every single one is connected to the next in a logical, predictable path.
And here's how you actually build this thing. Instead of just trying to force alcohol becomes aldehyde into your brain, you create a visual map. Literally, draw it out. Connect the alcohol station to the aldehyde station. Then connect that to the carboxylic acid station. Once you see it laid out like this, you start to get the flow. You're not just cramming facts anymore. You're predicting the route. It's a logic puzzle, not a memory test. See?
Next up, physical chemistry. You know, the part with all the math and the formulas. It can look pretty intimidating, but we can simplify our attack plan here too, with a really easy 3-part framework.
I want you to meet the 3P method: pattern, practice, and placement. It's all about, first, seeing the patterns in the problems. Second, you have to actively practice. Actually solving problems, not just reading them. And third, mastering placement, which is just knowing exactly which tool or which formula to pull out of your toolbox for a specific job.
But what about those impossible numbers? You know, the constants that just refuse to stick in your brain. Well, for that, we need a secret weapon. The thing is, our brains are terrible at remembering dry, boring data, but they are absolutely incredible at remembering strange, vivid, and, well, kind of silly stories. Take this classic monster right here, Avogadro's number. Just looking at it is enough to make your eyes glaze over. 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. Seriously, how on earth are you supposed to lock that into your memory?
Well, you don't. You don't memorize it. You create a little movie in your head. Picture this: 6 Avengers eating 22 tacos at 10:23 p.m. I know, it's completely ridiculous, right? But I will bet you will never, ever forget that image. And because of that, you will never forget the number.
Okay, our final strategy is all about getting rid of the fear and the friction that comes with studying. It's about making chemistry less of this huge, scary thing you have to schedule and more of a small, automatic part of your day. The technique is called habit stacking, and the idea is actually super simple. You find a habit you already do every day without even thinking about it, like pouring your morning coffee or brushing your teeth, and you just stack a tiny new chemistry habit right on top of it.
So here's what that actually looks like. After you pour your morning tea, you review one concept. It takes, 60 seconds? While you brush your teeth, you glance over 3 flashcards. So easy. And maybe the most powerful one, before you let yourself open up Instagram, you solve 3 quick problems. By linking learning to stuff you already do, you make it automatic. And that feeling of dread just disappears.
So look at how far we've come. We started with that frustrating blue screen error, but now you have a whole toolkit to reboot your system and shift you into a completely new way of thinking.
And let this one really sink in. It is not about the number of hours you put in, it's about the quality of those hours. Studying with a tired, overwhelmed zombie brain is a complete waste of time. When you use these smarter strategies, you can get more done in 45 minutes than you used to in 5 hours of just staring at a book.
In the end, it really is a choice. You can keep getting that same old error message over and over again, or you can adopt the mindset of a hacker, someone who understands the system, finds the shortcuts, and solves the puzzle with total confidence.
Because once you have the right blueprint, the right mindset, and the right tools in your belt, you're going to discover something amazing. You're not just cracking the code anymore, you're switching the entire subject to easy mode.